Doing some crazy ass things this season, guys. It's going to be insane.
You see them navigating everything in extremely interesting ways. So I think that will be up to the audience. Things look a certain way sometimes, and they're really not. Things look a certain way sometimes, and they're really not. So it's going to be really interesting to see how we all play out, how our relationships change over the course of the
understand that Effie is making a double move and that she's conflicted. What's best for the whole team is that Lauren goes down. Lauren is a snitch from Effie's point of view. I don't know that's even really like a question. Lauren wore a wire. She got Kane and Brayden on the wire. Tariq knows about it and he's not going to do anything. And in fact, what he's saying is, you don't understand her. You don't get her. And Effie's like, what's there to get? She wore a wire on you and she was your girlfriend. He has real feelings for that girl. He really, really wants her to survive. Now, what Effie can't see, she can't see that those feelings are also about having to lose Tasha, having to lose Yasmin, having to lose all these people in his life because of what's happened to him. So she's not seeing all of that, but she is feeling that jealousy. So it's kind of a dual motivation. It's the right thing to do, but perhaps the wrong reason. And Effie is trying to save all of them. She's trying to save Kane, she's trying to save Brayden, and she's trying to save herself. Just keep that in mind. Why did Effie look as though she felt guilty about what she did or didn't do to Lauren? She felt very guilty. And I'm just going to say Effie had no bodies on her prior to that. And I'm not going to say that Lauren is dead or not dead. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that whatever Effie's process has been, she doesn't feel great about it because it's not the process necessarily that Brayden or Tariq would have wanted. All that said, I'm not going to say anything about what else may have happened, but I will say this, that there was a reason specifically that song is playing at the end of the episode. For those of you who need to, go back and listen to the song. Episode 9 is really about her, and it starts in episode 8, at the end of 8, but about her realizing she's in love with Tariq, like really in love with Tariq, and what that means for her, and what that means for her compromising some of her own decisions. Okay, the Lauren piece of it, again, a lot of you are asking, well, she's not dead, or she must have been dead, or whatever. Again, this is Tariq's fear. Tariq's fear is why she's in his dream. Okay, so again, and remember, I want to be really clear because BB Live Radio is asking this. Lauren comes to the door. She doesn't actually walk in the room. For those of you who noticed that, he blocks her body and he says, don't come in here, don't come in here. And she's like, of course I'm coming in here. But that is definitely on purpose, all of that.
Hey, you're early for once.
Please don't go in there.
I'm not gonna miss class. I have perfect attendance.
It's your father, Tariq.
I think you should answer it.
You have to go completely off the grid.
Thank you. I'm leaving. Brayden, tell her that I'm leaving. I'm getting off the grid. I know what to do. I know what to do. I do not want to do this.
You're right. I don't.
There's just something about the truth that don't feel right.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Power Book 2 Ghosts Season 2, Is Lauren Really Dead? That is the topic of discussion, so down below, I want you guys to let me know, do you believe your girl Effie actually took her out? I'm going to break it down for you guys and let you know what I believe, and of course, like I said, man, we just going to discuss this topic of discussion and what's next. If Effie actually did this or if Lauren is actually alive. Now, make sure you check out my last few videos. Of course, I dropped the exclusive clip recap for you guys between Zeke and Mecca. I also dropped the Power Book for Force. What to expect for episode 1. Check those videos out. Check the Courtney Kemp live stream out as well. Continue to keep yourself updated on all the latest Power Universe news, and your boy will continue to give you these bangers. But let's talk about the topic of discussion. Effie, Lauren, the way it looked, it definitely did look like your girl Effie did something very, very serious, right? Now, in the last episode, Brayden, he had the opportunity to go ahead and do what he needed to do to get rid of Lauren. But we know Brayden has never did this. He don't got no bodies on his plate. And this is something that he was supposed to do, right? Kane told him, you need to do this. Effie pretty much told him, go ahead and do it. Just get it over with, right? But Brayden, it wasn't in him. He could not do this at all. His feelings got in the way, and he decided to do it in a different way. He said, you know what? I'm going to give you some money, and you can get up out of here. I cannot allow, you know what I'm saying, you to be hurt because of all this, and it is something that I cannot do. Now, we know Effie pops up to the party, and she wasn't playing around. She pretty much says, look, you going with me, and I guess I'm going to have to be the person that's going to have to do this because Brayden, he is slipping up. He ain't trying to do it. So we know that your girl Lauren ended up getting dropped. She ended up getting dropped. Your girl Effie just knocks her straight out. Lauren was pleading, please don't do this. I know what to do. I'm not going to tell. I'm going to go off the grid and all this stuff. You can trust me and all that. Effie wasn't trying to hear any of that. And her whole thing is, look, we're going by the rules of the game. We don't play with no snitches. So this is what Effie is believing. She believes if she's able to neutralize and take care of Lauren, she is saving Brayden, Kane, the whole operation. Now, this is just coming from what Cordy Kemp said. This is Effie's perspective as far as one of the reasons why she thinks Lauren needs to be taken out. The second reason, the second motivation is the simple fact that Effie is actually falling in love with Tariq, and we already know it's some jealousy there. She doesn't want Tariq being with Lauren, especially after the way Tariq has been talking about Lauren. She understands that Tariq really likes her. Hell, he is in love with her. This is what Tariq has pretty much told us, right? Now in the episode, they do make it seem like Effie has done something very, very bad. She goes into the room. Of course, she gets undressed, and the look on her face tells us like, man, she just did something. What is it? Did she actually take out Lauren? Now, Cordy Kemp, she pointed out some clues to, pretty much figure out what really happened. I mean, at the end of the day, this is all just predictions, right? And different fan theories that we're talking about. Now, the song by Skibbs Riley, if you guys don't know who he is, check him out on Apple Music or Spotify, whatever. The dude is very talented. But the song called I Lied Part 1, one of the key lyrics that I took out of this was the part where he says that he booked a flight, had a one-way ticket to heaven, and then he came back to his senses. Now, when that lyric was actually said, look at Effie's facial expression. She kind of turned and looked like, man, I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I could have did it, but I didn't do it. Now, one of the clues that I took out of Cordy Kemp's live stream that she said was Effie is falling in love with Tariq, right? So that love for him is going to compromise her decision making. So even though deep down inside she believes she needs to take out Lauren, that's the easy choice, right? I need to take out Lauren. She's a snitch. That's something that needs to happen. She has to go, right? But the love for Tariq is not allowing her to fully execute the game plan. A game plan where she knows needs to happen, but it's going to be something else in my opinion. I don't think it's going to happen the way Effie initially wanted it to happen, seeing that her love for Tariq is interfering with her decision making, right? Now, let's get to the second clue that I got. And this clue was actually a clue that was even before the season aired. I always told you guys, Effie stated that she's going to be doing something very, very bad. And she states that, and I put it in the video, she stated that, when you see whatever her big thing was, which he said Effie has some big decisions to make, whatever her big task was, is going to seem like it is one thing, but then eventually you're going to see, the full hand of what really happened. So I took that as, look, it looks like Effie took out Lauren, but it's not really what it seems like. So that's why I played that over for you guys at the beginning of the video, because it looks like Effie did something to Lauren, but in the long run, something else happened. Whatever that something else is, we don't necessarily know that. And at the end of the day, I can be completely wrong. In my prediction, I just don't believe Effie took out Lauren. even without these clues, if they didn't even play that song or anything like that, for the simple fact that I did not see Lauren's dead body in the episode, that alone, to me, I would say she's alive because we did not see it. Now, once they show us the proof, then I will believe it. I will have to actually see it on a screen in order for me to actually believe it. And that's just based off what I've seen in TV. Usually when they don't show you the body, especially anything happening to Lauren, I mean, she got hit or whatever, got knocked out, they didn't show her actually being taken out, right? So to me, I believe that's all I need to know to make that decision to say she is alive, which could be completely wrong or it could be right. Now, one of the other clues that was talked about was Lauren in Tariq's dream, not entering the classroom. Tariq stopped her. Now, when that actually aired out, I was thinking like, man, she didn't actually go into the classroom, so maybe that could mean something. Courtney Kemp confirmed that, yes, that does mean something, that it, they filmed that for a reason. And what other reason would it be? She didn't enter the classroom. Tariq stopped her. So, of course, to me, that's another clue telling us that she is all right. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, these are just theories, man. I'm just using what they gave us. And at the end of the day, we going to find out very, very soon. Down below, you guys let me know. Do you actually believe that Effie did this? I don't think she did. I think she did something with Lauren. It could had, involved Kane, or maybe Effie had another game plan for her, a plan B. Who really knows? But based off the clues and stuff that we got, I believe Effie, and that whole song that was being played, is just Effie's, love for Tariq. She realizes that she is in love with him. And as Courtney Kemp said, things like this are probably going to compromise her decision making. And just think, Brayden was there. He saw Effie take Lauren away. Tariq's going to find out that Lauren was taken away by Effie. And if Effie so-called took out Lauren and she loves Tariq, that means the relationship is over, because Tariq, I believe, is going to be very, very upset that she did this. And it's going to be very, very hard for him to actually forgive Effie for taking out Lauren. So I believe Effie is thinking about all those different options. Like, man, I can't do this because he will never forgive me. He will feel some type of way about this, and it will mess up everything. And as I told you guys, I'm just going off these clues. And, yes, it may look like Effie did this, but I just don't think it's going to happen like that. But we're going to continue to talk about these different fan theories. We have some more videos to drop for you guys. We're going to continue to get ready for Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2, Episode 10, the season finale. So you guys let me know what you thought about this theory. Do you believe that Effie took out Lauren, or do you think Effie did something else with Lauren and she had another game plan? And if Lauren is alive, what's going to happen next? She knows certain things about what happened, especially after getting a gun pulled out on her. She was very, very shook because of all this happened. Who is to tell what's going to happen next after this, right? It's all types of different things, different scenarios that can actually take place. And Lauren will never be the same again after all of this. But it's definitely going to be very interesting to see what's next for her character if she is able to survive all of this. But as I told you guys, I do not think Effie took out Lauren. Maybe she gave, Effie up to somebody, to look out for her. Maybe she still had a game plan with Kane as far as what they want to do if Brayden did not actually do what he needed to do, right? So we're going to find out very, very soon. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support, and I will catch you guys on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.